September is Recovery Awareness Month, so the other day I took a trip to the Hamilton Center to explore the options they offer the community when it comes to dealing with addiction. Hey everyone, September is Recovery Awareness Month. So today I'm at Hamilton Center with Tasha Newcomb, and we're just going to talk about recovery awareness and the services that they have here to offer everyone out there. Hi Tasha.
Hi Ashley.
Thank you so much for letting us be here.
Oh, we're happy to have you.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about the misconceptions people might have with recovery?
Absolutely. So I think the biggest misconception that people have about recovery from drugs and alcohol is that people never sustain recovery. I think there's a misconception that people aren't able to obtain recovery, aren't able to stay in long-term recovery, and I think that's a big reason that it's not supported. I think the other thing is this lack of understanding of what it means to be in recovery from drugs and alcohol. I think people anticipate that recovery is going to look one way when actually recovery is very fluid and it looks different for each person that is in recovery. Some people may be in recovery and be on medication-assisted treatment. Some people may be in recovery and practice the abstinence model. Some people may be in recovery and attend self-help meetings, while other people may not be connected to self-help meetings at all, but maybe they have an ongoing peer recovery specialist that they work with. So I think thinking that recovery is one thing when really it looks different for every person that's in recovery.
And what are some of the challenges that a person might face when they do reach the stage of recovery from addiction?
That's a good question. One is lack of connection or lack of social support. Because people oftentimes leave their family, friends, previous environment when they enter into long-term recovery, they don't have a lot of connections. And so not having sober supports is actually very detrimental, and one of the biggest reasons people relapse is because not having connection, not having somebody you can reach out to, not having support, living in isolation contributes to people relapsing. So that's always a challenge. We're always focused on making sure somebody has a sober support person, a sober support network. Do they know about the other organizations in the community that offer support? Do they know what peer recovery is? Do they know how to attend a meeting and where those meetings are? That's always a big point of focus for us on people, or for people who are in recovery.
And I know, well, I feel like a lot of people, even me in my personal life, know someone who is going through addiction or trying to recover. As friends and family of someone who is going through that, what can we do to help?
Well, first, Ashley, I think you bring up a really good point. There is not a single person that does not know somebody or has not experienced firsthand substance use and addiction. We know someone or someone we love knows somebody that's experienced it. So one of the best things we can do is educate ourselves. Understand what substance use disorder looks like, understand what alcohol use disorder looks like, and understand that we can help others without having to contribute to their use. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say no. A lot of us fear saying no or setting boundaries because we're afraid we're going to contribute to that person's next use, or we're going to contribute to their relapse if we don't answer every time they call. Well, we have to be supportive. We also have to know that as loved ones or family members, we have to set boundaries. But at the same time, if we set a boundary, who are we going to hook them up with in the event that we're not that person, right? So knowing what's available in your community, being able to link people to recovery meetings, going to a recovery meeting with somebody. Sometimes that's a very scary thing to do by yourself. So a lot of meetings are open. You can bring somebody with you. Being that person to say, okay, I'm going to be an ally, I'm going to go with you to this meeting. Or, okay, you did relapse, but it's okay. We can recover from this relapse. Let's get you into treatment, right?
Yeah, I did. That's so important to know, because I didn't know that as a friend or family member of someone going through recovery, you can attend those meetings with them and show that support in that way. And really quick, I want to touch on relapse, because relapse is sometimes a part of recovery.
It is.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so, relapse looks different for every person. Oftentimes somebody has a mental relapse prior to actually partaking in the drug use itself. So, a change in thought, maybe there was a trigger, which a trigger is something that contributes to somebody wanting to use or feeling like they need to use, right? A stressor of some kind, a conflict of some kind. So, oftentimes there's a mental relapse before we see somebody ever pick up, substances or pick up a bottle.
Yeah, and here at Hamilton Center, you guys are so wonderful to the community, and you provide so many services. Can you tell everyone out there where they can go to get more information about the services that you guys are offering the community?
Absolutely. So as always, you can go to our website, www.hamiltoncenter.org. It lists all of our sites, our satellite sites, their phone number, their address, contact information. There's also specific information about addictions and substance use and about Win Recovery, which is our opioid treatment program. People can walk into any of our sites. We have walk-in hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So if you don't have, if somebody doesn't have internet access, they can walk in. We also have a 24-hour crisis line that people can call if they have questions, if they have concerns. Not everyone wants to go into recovery on Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Sometimes somebody wants recovery at Saturday at 1 in the morning, and so we do have that crisis line available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for anyone who may be experiencing that need outside of those normal business hours.
That's wonderful. I love that. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ashley.
Guys, I want you to stay right there because we got more Good Day Live when we get back.